Hi, welcome back to Perspective.
Today we are being sponsored by Starbucks.
Not
Just
really.
kidding. No, but if you do have a coffee shop or anything, coffee, we would totally love to feature you on it.
We also really love coffee. So today, though, we're actually talking about it is okay to not be okay.
And it is also okay to be okay.
Yes. So really the whole point of this talk is that we just really want to normalize emotions and normalize feelings, whether it is that you're feeling sad or down or happy or excited or joyful. And this kind of all came from, I recently posted a very vulnerable post on my own Instagram of, I was having a really rough day. I was walking with a friend through some really hard things. I was also having some stuff in my own life. And I just had a morning where I was like, man, I really need to cry. I really need to be sad and allow myself to release kind of all the stuff that's going on inside. And so I don't know why. I don't normally post these photos, but I felt kind of inspired to write down how I'm feeling, what's going on inside of me. And then also to let people know that and not everybody's perfect. We don't have these perfect social media lives, where you only see the happy, good, perfect hair, perfect, everything ready, everything's ready. And so I really wanted to be there's moments where we all have those real moments of, I was crying, my makeup was everywhere. It is not the prettiest picture of me, but also that's a real moment. And it was beautiful, and it was really expressive for me, just kind of release and let it out and saying, just to let people know you're not alone and you're allowed to not be okay at moments. That's okay. But with that, then I also had some people be like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Are you dying? Oh my gosh, what's happening? And that's so sweet. I love that people reached out. That's so incredibly kind. I was like, wow. But I also wanted to be like, well, but if somebody's having a hard day or sad or upset, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not standing on the ledge and about to jump off. It just means that I was sad for an hour or two. I was fine the rest of the day, but this whole point is it's okay to not be okay, but it's also okay to be okay.
Yeah. And I think kind of to normalize the fact that just because you're sad, well, first of all, I think it's great that you shared that, because
thank you.
Sometimes when we're behind the little squares, it can be oh, I'm the only one who feels this way. I'm the only one who's sad. But then you sharing that, even me reading it, and I'm your roommate, I'm like, oh yeah, it's okay. You're right. It's okay to just be. But then to also realize that if you're feeling that way, it doesn't mean you're so broken, or you're so oh no,
or there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. It's oh no, that's just kind of human, being a human, especially in times that are uncertain, now. And so the example that I was thinking of is with, if you, at least the stigma that I grew up around is oh, if you're going to counseling, then oh, you must be crazy, or something's really, really wrong with you. Only those people go to counseling, instead of looking at it hey, these are people who have studied this type of thing. They know tools, they know more than I do, and I just want to grow. So going to counseling doesn't mean, that, oh, I must be what's an example?
Too broken or
just I don't know. Something that is so far over here, it could really I just want to grow as a human, and there's some things I realize I need to learn. There should be no shame in that, I guess is the point.
Yes.
And so to kind of
normalize,
destigmatize going to counseling and or having a rough day. Because I think the more that we can kind of embrace those rough days, then we're they don't become as bad, or we can move through them easier.
And I feel there's times if you're not real, if you're not hey, I'm struggling at times, then you can get to the point where you might be standing on the ledge and feeling I'm so alone that you have those suicidal thoughts or things, which please, if you're having those, reach out to somebody, contact a crisis line. There's so many people that want to be there for you. So I just want to put that out there. Yeah. You're not alone, and people do love you, and you're worthwhile, and we see you, and you matter. Yeah. So just going to put that out there. But also just to normalize of it was actually really beautiful that I did that. I connected with some other people throughout the a few days who reached out to me, and it was really, it was a beautiful connection time, and I really enjoyed it. And just to connect with people who are actually, I was struggling that day as well, or I had some stuff going on. And so it was helpful to see that I'm not the only one. And so again, it's just, the whole point is just to normalize that it's okay to not be okay, but it's also okay to be okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
So if you, coffee helps everything. Always. might be a little over addicted to coffee. That's my own issue. Like, we don't need to talk about that one. But yeah, if you have any thoughts or emotions or things that you want to talk about, or if you have somebody that you feel safe and comfortable with, connected with, feel free to express it creatively, interpersonally with somebody.
And share with us things that, I don't know, talk to us. If you're watching this, if you've stayed around this long, we would love to hear from you. Just any questions you have or things that you're learning, share with us, because we're just kind of sharing things that are happening in our lives. So
yes, exactly. We're all in this together, not alone. So let us partner with you and partner with us. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.